Let me get this straight. The UK government is putting up to £1 billion into the semiconductor industry, and they think they're making a big move. Oh, folks, let me tell you, that's less than the cost of a basic chip factory. Now, the Prime Minister Rishi Sunak says, and I quote, "Semiconductors underpin the devices we use every day and will be crucial to advancing the technologies of tomorrow." Oh, and here I was thinking that potato chips are the backbone of tomorrow, or, chocolate chips maybe. But hold your horses, because it gets even better. The UK calls this a national semiconductor strategy, and it's all focused on research and development. That thing most countries have been doing for decades. Talk about a groundbreaking idea. Meanwhile, the US and the EU are out there announcing much larger programs. I guess it's like showing up to a poker game with a handful of pennies while everyone else has stacks of crispy bills. And with this kind of strategy, the UK is going to catch up to us in no time. Oh, the UK's semiconductor strategy, and so bold and daring. It's just so tiny. But hey, at least they have a plan to work with other countries like the US, Japan, and South Korea to mitigate supply chain threats. Woo-hoo! Who would have thought working with other countries, nations that are more advanced in the semiconductor game would be a good move? Absolutely revolutionary. Labor's Lucy Powell, the Shadow Secretary of State for Digital Culture, Media, and Sports, said the government's semiconductor strategy is lacking ambition. Well, here's a simile for you. It's like trying to put out a wildfire with a single squirt bottle. You might as well call them the chip whisperer. This just in. Simon Thomas from Paragraph, a startup down in Cambridge, says the strategy is, and I quote, "frankly flaccid." Woo! Ouch! That's things like getting slapped with a wet noodle. Wait, there's some positive news. David Moore from Pragmatic Semiconductors says it's a meaningful step forward. Isn't that adorable? It's like cheering on a baby's first steps. But I'm sure that UK has nothing to worry about. Just keep trying, and someday you'll be the center of the chip universe. In the meantime, folks, remember, the chip whisperers are onto something or not. This podcast is brought to you by ai.pictures.